Yeah.
Common denominator.
Uh-huh. Could you imagine your boss doing this to you?
Check those Cito, cuz! It worked! I love this boy!
Welcome back to the Millennial Classics. Welcome back to the Millennial Classics, y'all, where we do millennial reviews and classic reactions. Today we are doing a millennial classic reaction. You see the title, Wolf of Goddamn Wall Street. Just listen to me for a hot second. When you talk about culture changing, when you talk about a direction of a movie, listen, Margot Robbie just did the biggest movie in Barbie in her entire career, and it's going through the goddamn stratosphere. Margot Robbie, she started her career in Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know if that was her first movie, but it was her first movie where the world got to meet her. Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese are meeting up again to do a movie called The Killers of the Flower Moon. And I am just as excited for that movie as I was for Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street, I don't know. It's not on my top of any lists, but it's one of those movies where you know when you get into, oh, the blood starts like pumping. The excitement is through the roof. It's Martin Scorsese at his best. It's just a debauchery of a movie of like insanity. Watching people do the most grotesque, nasty, insane, hedonistic lifestyle in the world, I am fucking here for it. But before we get into the movie today, we're doing Breathe Deep. Is the yogi tea I'm drinking today. The reason I'm doing this Breathe Deep is because this movie is super long. This movie is an intense epic of a movie. You got to get your H2O. You always have to have that H2O. Usually I do my Celsius, but because I'm living that wild life, I'm living life on the edge, I'm doing Monster instead. Could you imagine? This is my version of living that Wolf of Wall Street life. Let's hear that crack. I don't have nails. Let's hear that crack. Beautiful. And then last but not least, just when the blood is pumping, you need the Gatorade. What is this? Grape. The brothers like the grape. Murray and I are going to be doing a Millennial Classic review on this movie in our gratitude, in our thanks, in our respect for Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio meeting up again for Killers of the New Moon. So all of the details, all of the background, all of the history, everything we usually talk about in the review will be in the review. You guys are here for the fucking reaction. So let's get into the fucking reaction. This movie's 3 fucking hours. 3 goddamn hours.
The year I turned 26 as the head of my own brokerage firm, I made $49 million.
Good for you,
which
sir.
really pissed me off because it was 3 shy of $1 million a week.
What a fucking asshole. She's gorgeous. Margot Robbie is gorgeous.
I own a mansion, private jet, 6 cars, and a 170-foot yacht.
My God.
Oh, yeah. And I love drugs.
Yeah.
Is this real? I don't know how much of this you guys can see. This is insanity.
Hold on! We're gonna crash for Christ's sake! Hold on!
On a daily basis, I consume enough drugs to sedate Manhattan and Queens for a month. I take Quaaludes 10 to 15 times a day, Adderall to stay focused, cocaine to wake me back up again, and morphine, well, because it's awesome.
What a cocktail. How else do you live life? What a goddamn cocktail. How do you function as a human being? Cocaine.
Enough of this shit'll make you invincible.
I don't know about that.
See, money doesn't just buy you a better life, it also makes you a better person.
It makes you a better person.
Save the fucking spotted owl with money.
You could save the spotted owl. But who doesn't want to be rich, you know?
The other guy you'll be working for, he made over $1 million.
Jordan?
Mr. McConaughey himself.
We don't start dialing at 9:30 because our clients are already answering the phone. 3, 2, 1, let's fuck!
Let's fuck.
We don't give 2 shits about how technology works because all we care about is getting fucking rich.
Yes. McConaughey is so good. He's an animal. He's an animal. How is he just doing that in his building? Like, where is HR in these on Wall Street?
You're gonna bring us 2 absolute martinis, then 2 more after that every 5 minutes until one of us passes the fuck out.
Yo, what kind of life Like, the thing is, it's like, it truly can't be that debaucherous. It can't be that insane.
Drugs during the day and then still function, still do your job.
How the fuck
That's
else
the
do you do
question.
this job? Cocaine and hookers, my friend.
Talk about a boys club, right? This is in the 80s, right?
Got a client who bought stock at 8 and it now sits at 16, and he's all fucking happy. He wants to cash in, liquidate. You don't let him do that. He thinks he's getting shit rich on paper. We're taking home cold hard cash via commission, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Him spelling out the game like that is so insane. How else do they make money? And like, if you're not thinking that way, if the brokers are making money off of commission and they're not making money when you make money, that's of course how they see it. They could care less if you're winning. They could care less if you're on top or if you're on the bottom. When you make a trade, when you do any action transaction, they make commission. Who gives a shit? They don't care. Your money goes up, your money goes down. They get paid no matter what. And the way Matthew McConaughey just spells it out, fuck the clients.
You jerk off?
Who asked that question?
3 or 4 times, maybe.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. I myself. This is not a tip. This is a prescription. Trust me. When you get really good at it, you'll fucking be stroking it and you'll be thinking about money.
That's
Key
insane.
to success called cocaine. Right? It will keep you sharp between the ears.
Yeah. Yeah.
The common denominator.
Uh-huh. Could you imagine your boss doing this to you? A lot of ass and titties in this movie. So you guys don't need to be seeing all of this. This is ridiculous. You know what it is.
My first day as a future master of the universe.
Master of the universe. Do they really, like, their egos are so fucking implosive, so huge.
They called it Black Monday. By 4 p.m., the market had dropped 508 points.
Can you imagine people trying to sell something to you on Black Friday? These people are animals.
My first shitty day as a broker.
How true is that?
Wall Street had swallowed me up and shit me right back out again.
It's one way to think about it.
We could pawn my engagement ring if we needed to.
What I always tell you,
You're
huh?
gonna be a millionaire.
That's right.
Is that like, see, that's the kind of ego that blows my mind. Who says things like that? I am going to be a millionaire. That's the thing you tell your wife, your partner, that's going to make her happy. I'm going to be a millionaire. Sooner or later, I'm going to be a millionaire. The mindset of these brokers are insane.
You understand that nobody's hiring stockbrokers right now?
This place is.
She's a good partner, showing him the right way.
Spoke on the phone earlier, right?
2 hours ago.
That's how you get a job 2 hours later?
3 cents a share. That's $3, you cheap fuck.
It's 3 cents a share. That's $3, you cheap fuck.
6 cents a share? Who buys this crap?
Well, I mean, honestly, mostly schmucks.
Is there anyone good in this business, right? Like, you hear him talking about his clients, his clientele, the people that are making him money. And he's like, they're schmucks. Is there anyone in Wall Street that has any backbone, that cares about anything else except for money? It's insane. They're not doing anything illegal like Jordan Belfort ends up doing, but it's that mindset. You chase money enough, and sooner or later you're going to be doing something that's not illegal, but sometimes maybe crosses the line from, I don't want to say moral to immoral. That's for you to decide. But at the same time, like, it's fucking asshole.
If I sell a stock at $10,000, my commission is $5,000.
If you sell $10,000 worth of this stock, I will personally give you a blowjob. And I hope it happens.
This dude is...
You mailed in my company a postcard a few weeks back requesting information on penny stocks that had huge upside potential.
He's so fucking good. He's so fucking good. Leonardo DiCaprio.
The stock trades over the counter at 10 cents a share. It could go a heck of a lot higher than that. Your profit on a mere $6,000 investment would be upwards of $60,000. I never ask my clients to judge me on my winners. I ask them to judge me on my losers because I have so few.
What a fuck.
4,000, that'd be 40,000 shares, John. And welcome to the Investors Center.
This is insane. It's insane. It's insane. This is insane. He's been in the building for 2 hours. He's made $2,000. This cannot be legal. This cannot be legal. And like, oh my God.
How'd you fucking do that?
Just like that, I made $2,000. But the way I looked at it, their money was better off in my pocket.
The ego.
Yeah.
Here comes Jonah Hill.
Thanks, man.
Donnie Azov.
Hey,
Donnie Azov.
Belfort, nice to meet you.
For work, what do you do?
I'm a stockbroker.
Children's furniture. How much money you make?
Who asked that kind of question?
Technically, $72,000 last month.
That's insane, though. In 1980, that's insane.
You show me a pay stub for $72,000 on it, I quit my job right now and I work for you.
My question is, what is Jordan see in Donnie?
And he did quit his job.
Yeah, no,
Which I thought was a little weird.
Right?
Like you married your cousin or some stupid shit, you know?
my wife is my cousin or whatever, but it's not like what you think.
How else is it? What are you talking about?
Her father is the brother of my mom.
That's your first cousin. That's your first cousin, bro.
You know, if anyone's gonna fuck my cousin, it's gonna be me out of respect. No, we have 2 kids.
I don't want to get personal or anything. They're okay.
No, they're not anything like that.
But there's a big chance, right?
You know, 60 to 65% chance or whatever.
That scared the shit out of me, buddy.
Basically, you know, if the kid was, I would, you know, drive it up to the country. Let us say, you're free now. You know, like run free. I'm just fucking with you.
That's horrible. You know,
You look like you fuck. No.
What a weird fucking guy. Who does that? How do you smoke crack in the back of some random bar?
Donnie and I were going out on our own. And the first thing we needed was brokers. So I recruited some of my hometown boys. Sea Otter, who sold weed. Chester, who sold weed. And Robbie, who sold mostly weed. This is Brad. And Brad's the guy I really wanted. But he didn't go along with us.
Tell your sister I was asking about it. Bring me a pair of her panties next time you
Who the fuck
Yeah, man,
says
she said
that?
they don't want to talk to you.
Get the fuck out of here. Hey, Ma, we got chicken or what?
His mom is in the house listening to him say shit like that?
Brad, show him how it's done.
Do me a favor. Write your name down on that napkin for me.
I don't have a pen.
Exactly. Supply and demand, my friend.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. All nuns are lesbians.
What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about?
Look, I knew these guys weren't like Harvard MBAs.
No, they're the furthest thing from it.
Smartest of the bunch was Nicky Koskov. I called him Rugrat because of his piece of shit hairpiece.
It is a piece of shit hairpiece, though.
I mean, what person with a college education would trust this bunch of jerk-offs? But what if they didn't sound like a bunch of jerk-offs? What if I could teach them how to sell to people with money?
It can't be that easy, right? Like, as much as I'm talking shit as like how like devious and disgusting these people are, it can't be that easy. And if it is, and if Jordan is that skilled at selling shit to people who are just ignorant to the facts, like, you know how people say like Donald Trump is a shitty fucking president, but he's entertaining. Jordan Belfort might be a shitty human being, but he can sell. There's a skill to it. And as much as, you know, as shitty as he might be as a person, there's no doubt in my mind that he's good at what he fucking does.
You schnooks will now be targeting
Schnooks.
the wealthiest Moby fucking dicks. I'm gonna teach each and every one of you to be Captain fucking Ahab.
Captain who?
From the book, motherfucker, from the book. A company that our clients can believe in. A firm whose roots are so deep that our very founders can chisel the name Stratton Oakmont right into Plymouth fucking rock.
He's selling me the company.
First we pitch him blue chip stocks exclusively. Once we've suckered them in, we unload the dog shit where we make the money. And whoever speaks first loses. They gotta think about it, they gotta talk to their fucking wives or the fucking tooth fairy. The only real objection that they have is that they don't trust you guys.
Yeah.
Why should they trust you? I mean, look at you, you're a bunch of fucking sleazy salesmen. You finally found a broker on Wall Street that you can trust. Sound fair enough?
That's insane.
My wife might divorce me, but yeah, let's.
He's an animal. It's so scary to think that these guys are out here. And like, I don't know how the game has changed in the years, but back in the 80s, and like, of course, that's how it happened, right? You talk to everyone over the phone. There was no internet. There was no Googling. There was no searching. You couldn't look these things up. If someone was that smooth of a talker that walked you through everything that you wanted to know about the business and you just kind of knew but didn't really know, and you were already investing in stocks and you knew some were good, and they offered you a blue chip stock that you knew that all of your friends had, of course you would say yes to that. And then you would say yes again, because that blue chip stock did what most blue chip stocks do and go up incrementally, slowly but surely, a month, 2 months, 3 months from now. And then, like Jordan says, then we unload the dog shit. So when he offers you, after you make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on paper, and then he offers you and says, this is the big one. This is the big deal. This is the big gunner. You probably say yes, especially if you are on top, especially if they did the beginning part, the blue chips, right? So, I mean, the game is set. It's hard to be mad at them at this point in the movie.
Chester Ming, and I'm a senior vice president with Stratton.
Who is not a senior vice president?
$28.7 million in gross commissions. Danielle Harrison here.
$8 million?
$10,000 to shave a fucking head.
$10,000 to shave her head? That's considered entertainment? I don't understand the excitement.
To use this $10,000 for breast implant.
That's entertainment?
My hair looks
Jordan Belfort, sounding like a kind of twisted Robin Hood.
There is no such thing as bad publicity. It's the Forbes article. They all want to work for you now.
No such thing as bad publicity. Like, his wife really knows what's up. Could you imagine cocaine, strippers, drugs?
I had to declare the office a fuck-free zone between the hours of 9 and 7.
That's insane.
I hired my dad Max to maintain order. Mad Max because of his hair-triggered temper.
Who the fuck has the goddamn gall to call his house?
Hello? But as soon as he picked up the phone, he'd affect this weird British accent.
Right, OG.
Why a British?
Of course, Mad Max didn't have to know everything we were doing it. And then there's a big target.
There's a bullseye, and the bullseye is a dollar sign.
I'm gonna throw the shit out of this little fucking thing.
It gets
That's
hurt.
insane,
What
bro.
happens?
If it gets hurt, these are the business meetings these guys are having?
You can't look them right in the eyes. They get confused and the wires get crossed. You gotta look like the chin.
That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. How is this?
This is their gift, okay? They're built to be thrown like a lawn dart. They're built for accuracy.
Jesus Christ. Can you imagine?
Safety is first, all right? I want somebody with a fucking tranquilizer gun ready to knock this fucker out.
The important thing you guys gotta keep in mind
That's
is
insane.
that these
What are
things
they-
gossip.
These things gossip.
Fucking stock.
Here we go.
$26,000 for one fucking dinner. $26,000 worth of sides?
That's a lot of money.
Cure cancer?
The sides did cure cancer.
How are things at home?
Well, not the best.
Well, if you're fucking a hooker 5 times a week, what are you talking about?
The things they're doing now, Pops, are all shaven.
Are you kidding me?
They're bald from the eyebrows down.
From the eyebrows down.
This is obscene.
Yes, it is. These guys are non-stop all day.
Get as fucked up as possible during our business powwows in order to stimulate our free-flowing ideas.
That's an insane thought process.
Looks like those lewds are working their magic on Donnie right now.
You know, I never knew what a lewd was until I watched this movie. Because nowadays, all the drugs that people do are like the Percocets, the Oxycontins, the fentanyl, all of the... But like, lewds, I never knew was a thing before watching this movie.
You can't even buy them anymore. You people are all shit out of luck.
Steve Madden. My friend from school.
Steve Madden was the name in women's shoes, except guess who grew up with them?
Steve Madden, that's the goal? Take them public?
I would let that girl give me fucking AIDS.
That's an insane thing to say. I'd let her give me AIDS?
You like to jet ski?
I've never done it before.
And his wife is right there?
Johnny, what the fuck are you doing?
This dude's an animal. That dude's a fucking animal.
So Bay Ridge, that's near Staten Island, right?
Brooklyn.
So I presume you're Italian?
She doesn't look Italian. What did he call her in the beginning?
Duchess, right? You're
The Duchess.
Duchess
The
of Bay Ridge.
There you go. Duchess of Bay Ridge.
Say hi, Rocky.
Hi, sweetheart.
Say hi.
Those suits are way too big. Did they just wear large suits back in the day?
As you can probably guess, I fucked her brains out for 11 seconds.
At least he's honest.
Naomi and I got along. I mean, we had similar interests and shit.
What were those similar interests? Drugs? Money?
I think I can.
It just never stops with him. It never stops with them.
Sweetie,
Who the fuck are you, Jordan? You're like a completely different fucking person.
The thing is, he's really not. He's really not.
Do you love her?
Jesus Christ. It's your wife, bro.
3 days later, I filed for a divorce and moved Naomi into the apartment.
3 days? That's how horrible he felt?
She brought in a decorator, feng shui'd the whole place.
Feng shui.
Is it Wednesday already?
What the fuck?
I'm having a hard time understanding how someone can just sit through this movie. It's just insanity after insanity. Where are we going with this movie, right? Like, I remember enjoying this movie, but I'm getting tired. I'm like legitimately getting tired of seeing them party, do cocaine, get fucked up, and like ass and tits are nice, but come on.
Yeah, who's Rudy? You know who Rudy is. Come on.
Who the fuck is Rudy?
Last month, the Lollipop Club.
Oh shit. What are you up to, Donnie?
Who's at the Lollipop Club for sure? On the stage.
I got fucked up. I like to dance.
This is a gay thing. This is a gay thing.
It really is about the money, though. But you don't have to call him the F word. That's
I had to call the cops just to keep him from killing the poor guy. I gave him each $1,000, then they kicked his ass. It's not like I cared about the 50 grand anyway.
It was 50 grand?
Like Brad here, who held stock in his name from me.
You're supposed to be, huh? Technical too.
Big no-no, of course, in the eyes of the law. Enter our new securities attorney, Manny Riskin.
This is Iron Man's guy.
An IPO is an initial public offering. Now, as the firm taking the company public, then sold those shares right back to our friends.
Like my thing is, it's like, how do you and I don't even know if it's convincing. It's like in the beginning when he was growing, he was saying it himself that all of these college grads who were money hungry, just like he was, came to him begging him for the money. After going through the Forbes article that legitimately called him a twisted Robin Hood, taking money from the rich and giving it to himself. People saw that and wanted to be that, so they came to his company. So there's not much convincing after that. And if you're at the company and you're seeing hookers and strippers and fucking cocaine constantly, obviously going from this is technically not legal to this might be wrong is a nothing move, right? It's a nothing move. It's just like, okay, how much money am I going to make? Congratulations to Jordan, the Duchess of Bay Ridge.
Held my bachelor party in Las Vegas. One last blowout for the gods before I settled down. A plane was like a pharmacy with wings.
That's insane.
The weekend cost me $2 million.
$2 million weekend?
Cost of refurbishing the entire 28th floor.
The entire 28th floor. That's insane. And like, she must know what's going on, right? Oh, dear. Look at him go. You know, Leo can actually dance. He's moving. He's grooving.
Jordan, look who came. It's Aunt Emma.
And the donuts, I see.
Yeah, the donuts.
I lived through the 60s, my dear. Enjoy the day.
Go, Donnie. Go, Donnie. Go, Donnie. Jesus. They're animals. They never stop.
It's your wedding present, sweetheart.
What else do you buy when you have all the money in the world? What do you do? But it's never enough, right? 18 months later. When your life is that crazy, is there even a break?
I like it. Wolfie. Yes, my safe word.
I don't give a fuck about your safe word.
Oh, come on. You're a fucking dirty little birdie.
Ay.
Fucking wrecked it. No, you didn't research the whole thing and deal with the fucking golf course people.
Oh my God, you had to deal with the golf course people.
What a wild life. My God. Okay. So this is gonna have to be a two-parter. Like my back hurts trying to keep up with this fucking movie. It's just too much. You know what's crazy? The memory of this movie is so much more exciting than the actual movie. I hate to say this. I am only halfway through, barely halfway through. It's an hour and 17. We still have an hour and 40 to go. The memory of this movie was a lot more exciting than this actual movie so far. Like, the thing is, I also, 2013, how old I was in 2013? Oh, yeah. I mean, that makes a whole lot of sense. So I graduated high school in 2012. So me as like a fucking testosterone-filled, horny, insane, thinking I'm going to take over the world, barely like an adult, just a teenager getting out of high school. Of course I thought this movie was insane. But now you watch it and you're like, this sad man. Well, not sad. I mean, like, let's be real. He's living like the life that any fucking teenage boy would think is like the most epic thing in the history of the world. You go through a part of your life where you get some of that angst and energy out, and then you become a fucking adult, right? At least you would hope that would happen. But at the same time, I don't know what it's like to have more money than I know what to do with. I don't have that option, right? It's so easy to point the finger and say, this silly, doing the wrong thing. Why aren't you doing the right thing? I don't have a choice. I have to go to work to live the life I want. He can spend an insane amount of money and just live. He can do all of the drugs in the world and not care. Let's see how this movie ends. But like, God damn it, right? It's just so much. I'm tired of watching the craziness. I'm tired of watching the craziness, and I'm happy things are turning up a bit, right? He's married, he has a kid. We'll get back to the movie for part 2, but until then, I'll catch you on the flip. Deuces.